people graft in this business and sometimes don't get the shiny accolades that they deserve. But that atmosphere there tonight has a big part to do with this man, Mark Dunlop. So I've got to say big kudos to him because that atmosphere was special and he helped create it.
Thank you, bud.
Thank you.
And KUGAN, he's a star. He actually asked for a photograph of my wife and I was a wee bit jealous, but like, I'm going to get a few
That never happened, Mark.
I'm going to get a few sunbeds and we'll talk next week. But listen, thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Saviour of Belfast. Bye-bye.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS Rifle Team in association with MTK Global. We're in the hotel, Belfast, with me. Slightly different from this time last night.
24 hours ago.
24 hours ago. Where do we start? Let's just. Oh, I'll tell you where I want to start.
Start at the end.
The fight is finished. You're expecting Ryan Burnett in your head to be announced as new world champion. Split decision comes in, and I saw you come to the ropes. I think you were talking to Dave Colwell. What was going through your head?
Well, they said split decision, and obviously I reacted to it. And then while I was talking to someone, I heard them read the scores, and I had this feeling. No, they've just filled it out wrong, because you can't say that Ryan didn't win 2 rounds, right? So I turned around and I looked at the ref, and I said, "What the hell's going on here?" And he mouthed to me, "I'll explain after." Then I realised that he looked quite comfortable with what was just about to be said. So I just stopped myself and thought, all right. And then the next thing I heard was from Belfast, and I don't remember much else. You know, I mean, you don't make mistakes like that as a world championship judge. You don't make mistakes like that. Mistakes like that are inexcusable. He just put the wrong name down against the scores each round. But
It's irrelevant.
It's not really bothering me, is it?
It's irrelevant. Let's talk about the fight itself. First of all, huge credit to Lee Haskins in that fight as well. He stuck that fight out. Ryan Burnett, very impressive tonight. Lee Haskins, I don't know, I'm not saying other fighters may have quit in that fight, but what did you think about that?
I mean, the heart that he showed, because I know that Ryan's not necessarily considered a power puncher, but I know how much force he puts in those shots because he's so strong, and he was badly hurt in the 6th round, and really badly hurt in the 11th with the knockdowns. Just huge credit to him, because without him doing the job he did, and without the referee Marcus McDonald doing the job he did, when a lot of referees could have easily panicked to stop the fight and it would have gone to a technical decision, and Ryan would have won. But winning by technical decision doesn't sound the same as winning a unanimous decision and getting the knockdowns and the atmosphere and everything else. So everyone played their part, with the crowd as well, and Ryan doing his job to make it something that it feels special. I can't rest until I see it again on TV, but it feels like there's something special going to happen now.
You said in the press conference that with Ryan Burnett we're at 60% after 17 fights, 60%. So I'm assuming the peak and the best we're yet to see. Is that fair to say?
Oh, most definitely, because I know the things that I still want to work on. When you're getting ready for a fight with someone like Lee Haskins, you've got to be very specific with how you go about your job. Because if you just think you can let your hands go and walk forward, you'll play into his little trap setting. So it was about out-tricking him and putting a mirror in front of him and dealing with that tricky southpaw by being an even better tricky orthodox fighter. But as he fights guys with more orthodox styles, whether they're bigger punchers, slick boxers, when they're more orthodox, Ryan can then start to show a different variety of things that he can do.
What's happening again?
Sorry, Dan.
Inevitable question that you was always going to get. Comparing to Andy Lee beating Korobov, everything you did with David Haye, where does this rank?
This is up there. There's nothing that tops this. There's nothing that tops this. You can't necessarily say that this world title was better than that world title. But all I know is that nothing is better than this. It ranks up there with all of them. After 16 pro fights, and you've got to remember that, 16 pro fights, to win a world title in the style that he did, I'm immensely proud of him to deal with what he has done. He and I are very close. Big brother or father, like a father-son relationship, whatever you want to call it, but he's part of my family. He's part of my family. And so it's as satisfying as it can be. I don't need to be professional now. I don't need to be considered. I can just let myself go and just enjoy it.
Do you think it's unfair for people to ask you if that's your greatest moment as a trainer? Is that unfair? Because do you have to answer that? Why do you have to answer that?
I don't, but it's as good as, I mean, I'm so fortunate to have experienced nights like this. And
There you go, coach.
I'm so fortunate and so proud, and this is why I do it. This is why I sacrifice my time and the things that I have to do. For a young man who doesn't walk around with a sense of entitlement about him, who doesn't throw his toys out the pram when he can't have it how he wants to have it, because I genuinely believe that it needs to be a certain way. He's put his total trust in me and has never once questioned or argued anything I've said. He's given me his complete trust, and I have to treat that with the respect and the care that it deserves. And it hasn't been easy, but he's so dedicated and so talented and so trusting that puts an extra bit of spice on it as well.
You said to me, hope you don't mind me saying, but you said to me off camera yesterday that you were worried about holding it together for tonight. How did you think you did with that?
Well, actually, the judge screwing it up probably helped me with that, because he distracted me and threw me a little bit. So maybe the emotions didn't spill out how they might have done, because of that fella nosing it up.
I mean, I was at the gym when Charlie Edwards won the British title the weekend after. I come to the gym, and you had Ryan and Charlie, and you photographed with the belts, and I could see your face and how proud you were to have them two as British champions. So this is, like I said, I'm not saying you were pleased back then, but this, I could see now what this means to you as well.
Championship. It's a world championship. World championship. IBF World Championship. So he is the best in the world as recognised by the IBF. I don't care about being professional now. I'm just going to enjoy it.
You could agree that probably for Ryan Burnett now, the work starts now in some regards.
It'll be continuous. I mean,
yeah.
We're going to celebrate and slow the moments down and enjoy the summer. It's going to be a great summer. And then get back to work and get back to making him as complete a fighter as we can make him.
You said in that press conference you want him to be a bit of everything, a bit of southpaw, orthodox, counter-puncher, inside fighter. You see that in the gym every day.
A bit of everything. I want him to be as a complete a fighter as he can possibly be, from a southpaw and orthodox style, whether it's the slick, low-handed sharpshooter or a pressure fighter with his hands up, sliding his head, coming inside, working the body. He has the ability to do it all. And there was a few little flashes of what he can do up close tonight, and also with the Ryan Farag fight. He's still improving. I say 60%, and I was probably just trying to be nice because I think he might have more left to give.
Just finally, I know you want to get off.
I don't want to do an interview with you drunk, that's for damn sure.
Keep drinking. What has he done for Irish boxing and Belfast boxing in particular, Ryan Burnett tonight?
I don't know. But that atmosphere was good.
And that was 4,500 there tonight.
That was a good atmosphere.
Absolutely, yeah. But it means that...
Well done, you lad. Fought very well tonight.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know what's up with that judgment.
You had the wrong crayon out.
I was saying you're still watching the previous fight or something, wasn't he? I can't believe it.
He just put the wrong name at the top of the list.
I just don't know.
Thank you.
I've seen some funny ones, but that's one of the best. See ya.
What I was saying was too much reliance possibly on Carl Frampton before tonight. for World Championship boxing to be in Belfast, but now they have Ryan Burnett as well. And Cole. Carl and Ryan.
Carl's not a world champion, but he's at that level.
Yeah.
And he has that support, and so Belfast better get ready for a lot of boxing.
Little shout out to Jumbo today.
Big, an immense job stopping the bleeding. I said to Ryan after the second round, this fight's not going to go 12 rounds. Win every moment of every round because it's going to go to a technical decision. And then he stopped the bleeding, and it was actually bleeding less as the rounds went on, and that was a combination of Jumbo doing a great job and Ryan not getting caught, and the referee letting the action flow. And it was a technical decision wouldn't have sounded as good as the decision that he got with the 2 knockdowns, and I'm calling it a unanimous decision because it was.
With regards to that, can you appeal that and get that changed?
Probably, but it's irrelevant. Everyone that saw it knows.
No, I know that, but
everyone that saw it realised that the fella just got the names wrong. He was probably thinking red shorts instead of red corner. It was probably something as stupid as that, but it was stupid. But we'll move on.
All right. Well, listen, Adam, thank you very much. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning, so we topped yesterday's one. Have you got anything else you'd like to add?
Nope.
Nothing at all?
Nah.
Adam Booth, thank you very much for talking to iFall TV. Congratulations. Generally happy for you. And we'll catch up soon. Well, actually, we'll catch up in Newcastle in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Definitely.
See you then.
Top man.